Hey there, it's Clumpkin. I hope you're having a great day so far. Today's gonna be it's kind of chill video. Doing more Fortnite. Um, but I actually do have a theme. Today's theme, we're gonna be talking about hope. Now, the specifics of it, I don't really know. I'm just gonna I just want to talk about it, kind of just discuss it. Whatever kind of comes up off the top of my head, and yeah. And as you can see, if you're watching right now, I'm wearing the Superman skin. I felt that it would be very fitting because Superman is the symbol of hope. Um, so you know, Hmm. so let's kick things off. I think I'm gonna start off with kind of like what hope means to me, specifically like how I view the definition of it, right? So hope to me is this feeling. Now, I don't think I'm any different in like thinking what hope is, but I feel like everyone's is slightly different, maybe. But to me, hope is this feeling that gives you the ability to not give up, right? Um, if you're familiar with the phrase holding out hope, it's essentially the same as not giving up, right? Um, so to have hope is extremely good. It's a great thing to have. Um, and yeah, so uh, I think hope is just it's something that anyone can benefit from having. Um, and I think that hope is, I don't know, it's just kind of everywhere. I guess. Well, I don't know if I'm saying the right stuff here, but hope is definitely just a great thing to have. And yeah. Now, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on my channel before. I probably have at least one of these characters, but my two favorite ever characters, just ever, are Superman. As of recent, I've grown a huge appreciation for Superman and Spider-Man. Now, Spider-Man's been a long time favorite, but I've only really started appreciating Superman since I really started like I don't own any Superman comics, but I do um watch those videos of the people who read comics, right? And Superman is just a character that embodies hope, right? Which is just awesome. Like his crest, his family crest, the little I'll stop moving so you could see it on the S, right? It is a symbol for hope. And I think I think it's only that for Superman because like he's this guy who always loves to help, right? He's the hope for the people that they will be safe, right? Which is pretty awesome. But yeah, that's why I really started to love Superman. I'm not gonna lie, I used to be like he used to be one of those characters that were just kind of like whatever. Like yeah, he's cool, but he's not my favorite. Until I really started like learning about his character. Um, and he's just awesome. Like, and then same with Spider-Man. Spider-Man, he doesn't he embodies hope. He doesn't really have a symbol for it, but he embodies it, right? Which is just darn tootin' awesome. And yeah, that's why I just love these characters. Because they're hopeful. They're a symbol for the people, and they're just awesome like that. So yeah. Um, yeah, man. um, I think no, I don't know if there's ever confusion about this. It might just be me. It could be just be me. It could just be me. Sorry. Um, but the difference between hope and faith, right? Because I feel like they could be, unless I'm completely wrong, in which case I'm sorry. But I think they share some similarities, right? Um, just kind of like this belief, this holding out for something, right? Um, so I feel like they're pretty similar in their ways, which is pretty cool. I think I'm a lot more familiar with faith than I am hope. But I think they work just about the same way. I think they work kind of off belief, right? Now I'm thinking faith is like the belief of, like it's not the same, I don't think. Um, However, they both kind of work off of belief. Like if you're hoping for something, you're believing, right? For something. So I think they work around the same. Um, yeah. This is just a side note. Superman, like this is completely off topic here. But Superman in this game is like really hard to find combos for pickaxe wise. Um, and I'm using Spider-Man 2099's like future axes because Superman did come with a pickaxe, right? And it was like this crystal of ice from the Fortress of Solitude or something. But like it's just huge. Like it's just really not great to use. It's just a massive pickaxe. So I figured I'd use these because they kind of resemble his laser eyes in a way. I hope you kind of see where I'm coming from here with that. Or it's like almost his laser eyes. Like they're super thin, they're bright neon red. So I think it kind of makes sense. Um, but yeah, I think hope is a really good thing. Sorry, I'm gonna try and get back on topic right here. I think some examples of hope are like hoping, I guess, for the best. Um, I think hope is like this optimistic outlook, right? You can't have hope and be negative, right? So it's a very optimistic feeling. Um, it's it's like it's just a reason almost. Like say if you don't have hope for something, you're probably just gonna stop, right? You're not gonna carry on with whatever you're trying to achieve. You're gonna like not carry on. Whoa, this is a very interesting. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by this hand. It just like appeared. It's very interesting. Oh, I did 10,000 damage to it? Wait, do I have to Oh, you shoot it. That's cool. Okay. Sorry. This thing, the next season is supposed to be about Greek mythology. Which is kind of cool because I haven't played God of War in a minute, but I was grinding out the story during winter. I guess it still is winter. During my winter break, I was grinding out God of War and then I stopped. God of War Ragnarok. And I think this is the hand of I can't remember his name. But he's like this lava rock guy who holds up the realms, I believe. So I think that's the hand of him. So that's really cool. I'm definitely excited for next season because Poseidon's like, as I mentioned a million times on this channel, I'm a huge fan of ocean related things. And Poseidon is the king of the ocean, so yeah. I think he's like I think in actual mythology he's like the god of like the sea and horses. I don't know where the horses come from. But that's kind of cool, I guess. I think another reason why Superman is such a symbol of hope is because he is practically a god. And I think people look towards gods for hope, right? Well, I don't. I feel like looking towards is the wrong way of putting it, but people definitely hope towards God and or gods about things. Um, you know. So I think that's another pretty good example. But yeah. I'm sorry, I don't have too much to say about hope. I feel like it's just something that universally we all kind of know what it is and what it feels like, but we don't have really a way to explain it. At least I don't have the best ways of explaining it, so I'm kind of just talking about characters and how they symbolize it. Um, I just want to talk about Superman a little more. um, the thing that really got me to love Superman was this YouTuber talking about like his idea for a Superman movie. And he wanted the movie to be revolved around this one comic where that represents Superman perfectly as a character, at least to this guy's opinion. And I do agree with him. Um, and it is about this story where this little girl gets kidnapped, right, by some aliens and taken into deep, deep space, right? And Superman takes, like, it's just one little girl, right? Just one, like, 6-year-old child. And Superman flies out for months into space trying to find her. He's in space for months just to find one girl. And he finds her and he comes back because he didn't give up hope. And neither did the little girl. She just kept fighting on and fighting on. Um, she just didn't give up hope. And I think that is probably the best embodiment or representation of Superman there is that he could have just easily given up, right? He could have just assumed the little girl was gone, right? Lost forever. But he did not give up. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? What is it? What is it? Hope. He didn't give up hope. That was silly. But yeah, he just didn't. He kept like he you know? I mean, like what else more is there to say, really? He just one little girl, one kid, months, right? And I think that is probably the best representation of Superman, honestly, is that he is like the hope for the people, right? So, Superman is awesome. A little bit sidetracked, but Superman Legacy is coming out. I think it's just directed by James Gunn, but I think it's no longer called Superman Legacy. I believe it's just called Superman. But oh my goodness, am I excited for that movie. They revealed the logo for Superman. Oh my golly gosh goodness, bro. I I love this character so much. I don't like it's kind of hard to explain, but he's just so cool and he's like the best person ever, right? He he came to Earth. He crash landed, right? Like and uses his powers to help people he doesn't know. That he doesn't have to because he's not even a human. He doesn't have to use his powers for any good, but he does so because it's just the person he is. And that's honestly why I love him is that he doesn't have to help at all, but he does. And I just think that's amazing. Ooh, look at these snipes. And that guy stole my kill. It's fine though. Superman doesn't kill. I honestly love so many superheroes. I think they're all so cool. And as of recent, because my only when I was a kid I had these like Imaginext toys, right, of superheroes. I think it was only DC. But I've grown an appreciation for some other characters too. Like when I was growing up, my only real exposure to Green Lantern was, I forgot his last name, but I know it's John. Oh, I think it's John Stewart, right? And Hal Jordan. And I figured out there's this Green Lantern that's like so much cooler, and his name is Kyle too, and he's like one of the most creative Green Lanterns. Oh baby, let me tell you, when I discovered that that character exists, so cool. Other than this video turned into me nerding out about superheroes. Um, but yeah, I think superheroes are honestly, I think these stories are kind of like, they're almost like, now this might be a hot take, right? But they're almost like modern day like stories, right? If you, that doesn't make sense. Like, you know how like Greek mythology has stories of the gods, right? Superheroes nowadays are kind of like that. Where, I mean, most superheroes are gods. Some of them are even the same gods. I think like Zeus and stuff, right? Like with Marvel, Thor, and all those characters. But like, it really is just kind of like the modern day version of that, which is super cool. this is this is a stupid little thought that I just thought of, but I would probably, this is this is silly, but if they turned the Bible into a graphic novel, that would probably, that would be so cool. I would read the Bible. I would I would probably read the Bible like quite a bit if it was like, just get a really cool. Oh, right, because isn't the Bible is like a collection of stories, right? So what if every story was like a different artist? That would be so that'd be so cool. Am I cooking here? I'm cooking with these ideas, I think. I think I'm cooking here. Um I think that'd be actually extremely cool. Where do you get shot from? It's like a car. There's a starman waiting in the sky. We'd like to come and visit, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. How do you think people would personally take to like a Superman? I I personally don't think it'd be well. If a man, like, I don't mean to say this is honestly probably not great for the video talking about hope, but um I don't I don't think, if we had a Superman like in real life, if we had this this guy, just this alien that crash landed, raised up by some like farm, just by some sweet farm people, and moved to the big city and started using his powers for the greater good, I don't think people would trust him. I'm not gonna lie. And I think I think that's a fair thing to assume, right? Because with stories and comics, they're comics. You can write the people however you want. You can write the people to instantly trust the hero. But, you know, real life you can't do that. You can't control the people. You can't control what people think. Well, you can, but like, you know what I mean, right? Um so like I don't know. It's just an interesting thing to think about, right? Like if we had a Superman or Supergirl or just like if we just had an alien that came from outer space and then started helping people out with their powers. Oh, actually, you know what? I just remembered the show that came out not too recently, or semi recently, My Adventures with Superman, actually kind of tackles that a little bit. I don't think it tackles that like greatly, but it does tackle it a little bit. It shows how people feel like a distrust um with Superman because he's just some stranger who has the powers of a god just helping people just because he can. So, you know, I think that's like the dream. Unfortunately, like I kind of gotta you gotta like make money to really live. Um, but dude, if I just had superpowers and I could just fly around the world in like 7 seconds, oh man, dude, I would help so many people or try to. Like, if I had the powers of Superman, dude, not only would that just be fun, but like think of how many people you can like I wonder I wonder if like you could try and like ask DC Comics for the rights to Superman so you can like actually be him or maybe you want to be your own hero. Which would be cool. But I think because Superman already like is a symbol for hope. I think it'd be cooler to use Superman's actual crest. Maybe I do my own thing because my last name starts with an S, so I don't know. Super cool stuff though. I think superheroes are a huge reason on kind of why I want to be the person I am or the person I want to be in the future, right? Like like I want to do firefighting, right? It's a big idea. I don't know how much I'll stick to it, but it is probably the idea that I've thought about the most ever. Um, I forgot you can only have one of those up at a time. Where'd my thing go? Oh, uh-oh. Sorry, if I'm not talking, I'm trying to focus on this game. Yeah, I just love Superman. I love all superheroes, really. Any superhero who does things for the greater good just because they can and they have the ability to. I think they're such a cool character. Um, I just love that trope of people who can, of like people who can do. And we won that game as Superman. Love that. But yeah. I mean, I just love that because it's like a symbol of hope. So I hope you enjoyed this, quite frankly, utter nonsense that I've been spewing. I hope any of it made sense to you, and I hope you enjoyed the gameplay because we got the win as Superman. So I had hope, and it came through. Um, so yeah, thank you all for watching. I'd really appreciate if you left a like or subscribe, but don't feel pressured. It's fun, and I'll catch you all next week. See ya.